As you know, I had planted a bunch of moonflowers. Well, you can see my pots are full of them. So what I had decided to do was pull a few of those out, thin them out, and take them over here and plant them in my rock garden. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And look at here. One of my ochre that I missed the other day. But you know what? I'm going to leave that one there because it's already gotten tough. I'm going to leave that one there for seed. Just let it dry up on the stalk and use it for seed. But anyway, here's the rock garden. And I was going to go ahead, and these things will come up every year. And get this camera situated just right. There. Hope you can see me. But anyway, I had already pulled out these moonflowers. And as I had said in one of my earlier videos, I had already put in, and as you can see, these moonflowers, they have really long tap roots. They go way down deep in the ground. That's how they can survive from year to year. And they come up, once you plant them, you'll have them every year. Get a place down in here where there's no rock. And there goes my AC come back on again. My central air unit, that thing. I tell you, this summer heat has been working that thing to death. And I decided, since way down deep, the ground is a little wet, and we're supposed to get 2 or 3 days of rain this coming week, I'll go ahead and transplant some of these, and hopefully they'll survive. That was my biggest problem. We got a lot of rocks down in there. My biggest problem here in my yard, I have got so many rocks, and even though I've hauled in tons of potting soil and mulch and everything to fill up this garden bed, or this rock garden, still when you go down very deep, which some of these roots will do, you're going to hit rock. And it's not good for them to dig down 5 or 6 inches and hit rock. Because they like to keep their roots going right on down even deeper. So when the drought hits, oh, there's a rock right there. See if I can move around to another section. Maybe right over here. I tried to transplant some the other day, but it was just too hot. Way too hot. But if you get those roots down there deep, and I forgot to put my gloves on. Get those roots down in there real deep. they'll have more of a chance to survive, because when it gets real dry, they'll be able to go down there and get some water. I hear my neighbor's chickens over there. And when I forget to put my gloves on, I use my feet a lot of times. I don't want to get my head in front of the camera. Even though we've had quite a bit of rain, you can see it's still a little difficult to get down in there. But I think I'll get deep enough. And since I had already put mulch and all kind of stuff down in there before, I'm not going to add anything at this point. Got a lot of mulch down in there that's keeping me from digging a hole. And I guess this little thing wasn't really the best thing in the world to do this with. But I'll need to come out here with another bucket of water and water those down real good. But as you can see, I've got them started up here in my pots. So when they bloom and they put off seed, they'll drop everywhere, and those seed will come up next year. My mums are struggling over there. And I got a little rose bush that I stuck down in there. I was hoping it would survive, and when it get a little bit bigger, I'd dig it up and transplant it somewhere else. But you can see the rain sure helped. It sure helped tremendously. Forgot I had brought this water pitcher out here to water some of them. Again, I've got to apologize for my camera. I'm not used to filming like this. So you'll have to bear with me, I guess. As I go, my filming will get a little bit better, I hope. You can see I've already got them planted all around here too. So if just the ones I've got out there survive, and they should, since we're going to get a couple of days of rain next week, I'll water with my compost tea between now and then. So that'll give them a jump start as well. I need to pick up my mess here. But anyway, and there I go with my anyway again. But I've got 2 pots of okra right there, right at each corner of the shed that I've been picking okra off of. That one over there that you saw that had the big okra on it. I've got an okra plant there. And I've got several back here. Because like I said, you know, I planted okra all over the place. I mean, I've even got them in the cinder blocks, as well as my little pepper plant. And I've got pepper plants all through here. I had something planted in every one of the cinder block holes. And some of it died off, some of it I saved. But see, I got okra plants all here. And then I've got a whole row of them right there, coming out of the cinder blocks. Right there. So, all in all, that gives me enough okra for me, you know. I just go around and pick it out. And usually when they're all producing, I get enough okra. I mean, I get what I can eat. I don't get any that I freeze or anything, but at least I get to eat it while it's producing through the summer. And my poor tomatoes, look at this. Look at all those little tomatoes on there. Look at that. I mean, it's just covered in little cherry tomatoes. They're green, but they're, you know, they're there. Along with that tomatillo, it just keeps putting out blooms and little baby ones. And maybe with all that rain we're going to get next week, I mean, it's full of blooms and full of little tiny baby tomatillos that hopefully, you know, I'll get a few tomatillos off of this thing. Like I said, I've never planted these before, so I'm real anxious. But look at that. There's blooms all over it, and there's little tomatillos started everywhere. I'm just hoping it doesn't get so hot that it kills them off before it gets a chance to bloom. I mean, before they get ripe, and I can at least pick a few of them. And then I can decide if I want to plant them next year or not. But here, I've been out here stringing up my tomatoes on my little frames I've been building out of the tomato stakes. I had put out a video too of how I was doing all this with recycled garden hose. Garden hose that I would normally throw away, I made as braces for my tomato plants, because my cucumber vines, like you can see right there, were just growing all over my tomatoes, pulling them down. So I had to do something to strengthen up that frame to where they would climb it. I mean, that one's all the way up to the top of the stakes, and that's like 6 foot. And it kept right on growing, so it's coming over here on this one. So I have to stake it up over there too. Well, look, I got a little pepper plant right there, and it's putting out blooms since we got that rain. So, and like I said, my cucumber vines, my melon vines, look at those blooms. Now, if they get, oh, and I see something else. There's some ants on there. I'm going to have to put some ant dust over here. Because once in a while, in this heat, you will get ants on your plants, and it's just because they're looking for moisture. So I'll have to take care of that. But it's easy enough. I got some ant granules that I just sprinkle around, and it takes care of them. But anyway, I was working on another video. I was having trouble with my computer, so I had to restore some stuff on my computer, so it's taken a while. If any of you have ever done that, you know that it takes forever. It takes most of the day to restore files, and so I thought I'd get out here and make this quick video and get it posted. And then I could finish the other one later and maybe post it tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, y'all have a blessed night. Like and share my videos, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next video. You have a blessed night.